Yeah, they're playing against the weak team. All right, we should be
Yeah,
live now.
that's almost an issue, isn't it?
It's Falcons?
Yeah.
It could be.
There we are.
Terrell, what's his name? The corner over there did pretty good.
You got some whack lighting up in there.
I know, man. It's shit.
Haircut looks good though.
Haircut? I didn't get no haircut. It's been the same for a month.
I know, but it's like at that level, bro. It's at a good stage.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, I gotcha.
Less skinned, I guess. Less skinned, but still suave. Oh, dude, I can't wait for some football. Dude, Ramondre Stevenson's a must start this week, man. He's a stud.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anytime you get the backfield to yourself, you know?
Yeah. And against Cleveland, dude. Ooh.
Well, I don't know about against Cleveland.
He should easily get 100 yards, 2 touchdowns today.
He definitely very well could. My laptop is loud. It's like...
It's struggling.
Struggling, man.
Bless you. Alright. Your channel. Ah.
Wow.
Share. Copy link. Exit. Send link.
What's sending a link to?
Kyle, your voice is louder on that. I can hear you.
Mm-hmm. Who you sending that link to, buddy?
What?
So who you sending that link to?
Oh, Kylie wanted the link. Stream quality may be shit today because Kyle's in Philly, but...
So what you're saying is don't talk about females on today's show.
That would be a great idea.
You're pretty much set for everything right now, so we're good to go.
All right. Oh, man. So you got any questions this morning?
No, not really.
I had a few that were like a little wacky, but
I think
I
it's
just like
pretty standard. I mean, I mean, it was like Deontay Johnson or Amari Cooper, and I'm going Amari Cooper just because Deontay hasn't done anything this year. At least Cooper, like, while he might give me 3 points, he also might give me 20.
Yeah, I'm probably just going Cooper there all day.
The other one was also Amari Cooper or like a Dobbins or something like that, but I'm not really that comfortable with Dobbins.
Say Cooper or Dobbins? I'm going Cooper also.
Yeah,
Cooper's kind of a must start right now.
Yeah, he's not doing bad.
Like he's getting like 20 points a week almost. Like he has off weeks, but...
And then there's Etienne, Walker, or Dobbins, and I sat Dobbins for both Walker and Etienne. Etienne did pretty good last week. He's got the easiest matchup against the Colts. Ken Walker, I believe, will do better than Dobbins off of volume.
Yeah, not a good Cooper.
The last one was either T. Higgins or Benjamin, and I just feel like Edo Benjamin against Seattle.
It's really close.
Dude, Seattle has
They both have
such a shitty run
high
defense.
upside. They both have high upside, low floor. So,
After last week, Higgins gave me a goose egg, bro. I lost because of Higgins.
I know, but he might have still been like more injured, and then he had kind of a week to another week to get his crap together. But I get what you're saying. I had Higgins out early in the week because I was pissed off, and then I was like, all right, he's still the right play. I just put him in.
In your scenario, yeah. I think in my scenario, since Benjamin was just sitting there, dude, I was like, okay, well, he's going to be the only guy running the ball against Seattle. This is kind of a must start for me. And unless I were to play Higgins and get rid of Ken Walker or Mostert, but I think both of those guys I want to play at running back. So,
What about What about? So you're in a tight end premium league, and you got Will Dissly and you got Juju Smith.
I feel like you still got Juju, don't you?
Do you?
I mean, Disley hasn't done much, right? Let me look.
But Dissly has more points in a tight end premium than Juju by a mile.
He's actually done better 3 out of 5 weeks.
Yeah. In tight end premium, Dissly even last week had 6 points and he only had 2 catches for 21 yards. But he's gotten 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he got a few touchdowns. But Arizona.
Arizona's a matchup I like, I feel like, compared to Buffalo.
Yeah.
But you were saying that it's always a high-scoring game, Buffalo versus KC. I don't know.
I don't know about always, but last year in the playoffs it was.
Last year was like Tyreek Hill, and you got
know.
Patrick Mahomes at his peak.
But you got Patrick Mahomes still at his peak, and they're going to have to put up some sort of points, right? It's got to come from somewhere. I'm not saying it's going to be Juju, but there's opportunity.
Yeah, definitely is. Just makes me nervous.
For Najee.
Fantasy Pros like 100%, but they always undervalue the tight end premium. Oh, Travis Etienne for Najee?
I mean, honestly, Disley might not be bad. If he just gets a touchdown, he's going to do better than Juju. So.
Yeah. No, I think I got to start Disley just because, but just for the upside. Etienne, how's Etienne been doing?
Honestly, I feel like you don't trade Etienne for Najee.
I mean, I bet the under on Najee's yards this week, which is 43 yards.
Etienne's been getting more of a role recently, I think. Like, he had 10 rushing attempts last week, 71 yards. He's still in the passing game. He had 43 receiving yards. I think...
I would say it's less that he's got the opportunity and more that he's making the most of the opportunity.
Well, he definitely has been making the most of the opportunity, but I feel like you can look at Robinson, and Robinson has been getting way less opportunity than to start the season.
I mean, Etienne's averaging 10 attempts per week pretty much, and that's like 31st in the league. He's not getting much opportunity.
Yeah, but if you look at James Robinson, like week 2 he had 23 rushing attempts, week 3 he had 17, and then went to 8 against Philly, and then 10 against Houston. So they had the exact same amount of opportunity. So I just feel like it's more of 50-50.
The thing I really like about Najee is that
It's all him.
At the end of the year, he's got a great schedule for playoffs. If you make it.
Yeah, I like him long term. I just don't know if I like if you already have running backs to start, you're just looking for a good guy to have on the bench. I think that's probably a fine play because I think Najee, after he comes back from probably week 12 on, he's probably looking pretty good. But he's just he's not going to give you much in the next 5 weeks.
If you're looking at them as like stock pieces, that's a stock I'd like to buy.
But that's a stock I want in 6 weeks, not now.
For me, honestly, I don't mind it. I would probably just do it personally, but is it? Yeah, it's full PPR. That's tough. That's tough. I mean, if you need to start somebody this week, I just start Etienne, and then next week I'd go back and try to make that trade.
Yeah, just not a fan of the schedule, man.
Because I don't want to play Najee against Tampa this week. I'd rather just play Etienne and call it good.
Yeah.
But if you're not playing either of them this week, then I just make the trade now and call it good. Isaiah McKenzie or Dion Jackson or DJ Moore?
That's a crazy question, dude. Because remember, like, and obviously we didn't predict Moore to do anything crazy, but you wouldn't think Moore would be in the same conversation as those guys, right?
I dropped him week 2, man. I was pretty confident he wasn't going to do shit this year.
No, I feel you, but
I thought early on, before the season started, that he was going to be like kind of a top play, but at the end of the day, I was not comfortable drafting him where he's supposed to be drafted. So I only really got him in one league, and it was an auction draft, and then I dropped him by week 3 because I was like, all right, there's other free agent options I need to get at instead.
No, I agree. I didn't get him in any league except for the auction, the contract one, just because it was like such a good bargain.
Yeah, it's a good deal, like dollar wise, but if you have to go like, because people are underpaying for the man.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. Isaiah McKenzie or Dion Jackson or DJ Moore, though, that's the real kicker. Isaiah McKenzie, how's that young man been doing? He's kind of just a hit or miss play, right? Or no, he's been getting some targets.
I don't think there's a correct way to answer that question.
There's no good answer. That's the tough part. Dion Jackson should eat.
I'm kind of thinking that might be the play.
I'll go with Dion. I'm going Dion. Let's just rock and roll with Dion.
I think he'll have the most opportunity.
Fantasy Pros ranks him like pretty low, but he's got the entire backfield to himself pretty much. I mean,
unless you think Philip Lindsay's going to do something, but
yeah, Philip Lindsay's the only other one. But Philip Lindsay last week, like his productivity, like per carry, was pretty weak.
Yeah.
Whereas Dion Jackson, every time he touched the ball, he looked explosive. He looked pretty good. He looked better than, honestly, Jonathan Taylor has been looking early in the year.
If we're going off of a 1 week sample size, then I think the correct play would be Dion Jackson, but it's tough.
But yeah. But they're going against Jacksonville. I'm fine with that. I think that's the play.
Yeah.
Good morning, my brothers. Hope you had a good week. Got some good ones today. Yeah, there's some good games, man. Good games, good questions. Corey Davis or Judy? Tough.
Judy's always a tough one because it's all or nothing.
It's all or nothing, yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. Corey Davis, like the Jets are making me nervous right now.
Yeah, I kind of would rather go with Jerry Judy on this one, I think.
Like the Jets' passing attack has really like taken a massive hit in the past couple of weeks since what's his name came back. So I think I'm going to go with Jerry Judy for the safe points, and then go from there. Full PPR, start one wide receiver, one flex, Jerry Judy, Boyd, Singletary, or Zeke. I'm not playing Zeke. No shot at all. Full PPR. Not a big fan of the man. For me, it's probably. Let me just check one thing real quick. For me, it's Boyd and Judy.
I think I'm probably going to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I can't justifiably play Singletary when he hasn't been producing. I can't justifiably play Zeke when he really hasn't been producing. Like, I feel more comfortable playing Singletary than Zeke if you had to pick one of the running backs, but you definitely don't. I just go with the wide receiver straight up. If T. Higgins doesn't come back full this week, then that means that Boyd is going to get his work, and he's probably going to get his work either way. It's just Boyd is like the most stable wide receiver on that team somehow.
Yeah, I don't want Zeke against Philly, that's for damn sure. And Singletary's got the better matchup, so. But definitely
that's the crazy part.
Either of them.
I don't even care about the matchup. Zeke could go against any team in the league, and I still am not playing him this week if I have other options.
I mean, I'm just saying the matchup doesn't help. I don't look at the matchup that much against Zeke. I just don't want in general. But yeah, then you add the matchup on top of it. I'm good.
Well, I feel like Jamar and T are going to get clamped today against New Orleans, so that opens the door even more for my boy Boyd. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It'll be fun. A Kareem Hunt, A.J. Dillon, or Etienne?
Honestly, dude, I think I go Etienne on this one.
It's hard to go A.J. Dillon these days. And
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt's not getting the workload that I think he should be getting, even though Nick Chubb's an absolute stud. So
Yeah,
I'm
Hunt
agreeing
just
with
hasn't
you.
done a huge amount recently. Like, last week wasn't a bad week, but then before that, he was kind of just being, it's like 8 points. It just wasn't looking. I don't know, I guess New England's a good defense too. It's tough. If Hunt has a good day, it's going to be because of a couple break-off, like random touchdowns that shouldn't have happened. So
They're saying that Cam Akers has now played his last snap for the Rams. They're like, we're not going to play him ever again, is what they're saying.
Oh, I'm excited about that one, dude, because I think that get him the fuck out of there. Because if I had like one of his shares right now, and it's like he's just wasting a bench spot, and
Yeah.
if I can get him on a different team, maybe he'll actually do something. Because he's not going to do anything on the Rams. That's for damn sure. Nobody is.
Jay Glazer literally was just like, yeah, no, they're trying to actively trade him. They're calling every team in the organization or in the league and trying to see what they can do. that's wild to me.
It's funny because you can't even blame them. Like, that line is just such dog shit.
Well, and they were all in on the man, like, going into the year, and over and over and over and over again, I was like, yeah, Cam Akers ain't the play, Cam Akers ain't the play, Cam Akers ain't the play. And then, here we are, a couple weeks later, Cam Akers ain't the play.
Yeah.
You can trust Dion Jackson, Felipe. He's the man.
Well,
Dion Jackson is stable.
I think you can trust him over certain players, I'll put it that way.
You can start him over Michael Carter, that's for sure.
I mean, you're probably right, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Dion Jackson over Michael Carter. Damian Pierce for Walker and Etienne. You received Kenneth Walker and Etienne for Pierce?
I think that's a dub.
That's a W all day. I mean, I like Damian Pierce, but
You're
Walker and
trading
Etienne,
Pierce
man,
at his
it's Kenneth Walker season.
Yeah, and you're trading Pierce at his peak value, so.
Yeah, no, I'm all in on that trade. That's a great one. Man, Kanye's getting his job done over here. Kirk or Sutton? Is it just Sutton, or am I tripping? Let me see. What has Kirk been up to lately?
I feel like Kirk kind of just fell off. That team as a whole kind of just fell off.
He did so well against Indy the first time, though, which is tough. But the whole team, like you said, has fallen off completely.
Yeah.
Everybody thought the comeback was against Houston last week, and then all of a sudden, 3 targets, 1 reception, 11 yards. Like, he just can't be trusted. Whereas Sutton has been a stable workhorse pretty much all season, or at least he's been giving a bunch of yards and a bunch of receptions. Not too many touchdowns. I don't know. I think I just go with the safe play on Sutton. You're going to get your 13-ish points minimum. You could go for the home run with Christian Kirk and try to get that 20-point game out of him again, but is it really worth it to get an extra 7 points when you could end up with like freaking 1?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Sutton's a safe play.
I'm playing Sutton in almost all my leagues this week, so it's not like I'm.
I mean, if you feel like you need 20 points, maybe Kirk has a better chance of doing that, but not by a ton, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I that's what I'm feeling. It's Etienne over Zeke today, Angel.
100%.
On hell.
I like Etienne this week, man.
Etienne over Zeke. Zeke's season is behind us.
Yeah, there's no such thing as Zeke season anymore.
There used to be, back in his prime. His prime's long gone. This man's getting 22 carries against the Rams and still only putting up 78 yards. I could put up 22 carries and get more than that. I'm just kidding.
He might.
No, he's just not getting the touchdowns, man. Like, the touchdowns are all going elsewhere. And they're not really getting touchdowns to begin with. They're just kicking field goals because Cooper Rush can't get him in the end zone. They're going to have a tough day against Philly today. Who will start? Oh, is it Fournette?
Fournette's always a start.
If it's Fournette, he's always a start. This man got 26 points last week like a champion in standard.
How we doing?
I know he's going against Pittsburgh, but they're going to get ahead of Pittsburgh probably early, and it's just going to be the run game all day.
I mean, we doing pretty good. Shoot, I'm going to go to the Dallas Cowboy-Eagles game tonight, and so that's going to be fun.
Oh, Big Cheese.
Big Cheese.
The Big Cheese is here. Yeah, no, we're doing great, man. Godwin or Robinson?
Godwin all day. You
Dude,
can't.
honestly, the wide receiver running back questions always like stress me out more.
Running backs really haven't done that much this year. Well, I mean, like a majority of them. There's only like a handful of guys that are like safe. Oh, that guy I would always play over this receiver. You know what I mean? Like,
is it a PPR league though? I'm assuming so, but 0.5, okay.
I mean, I'm still going Godwin. I can't trust James Robinson after the last 2 weeks. The Philly game was whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that made sense. But like after that, you go to Houston and you're supposed to do something and you didn't. So I don't know.
I'm in on that. I can back that up. That's a good play. Even if it's like 0.5, like if it wasn't PPR at all, I'm probably just going James Robinson and see what happens. But if even 0.5 PPR, I switch it over. Godwin in a tank. Smith or Lockett? Like Devontae Smith? Is that who we're talking about here?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I have to go Lockett every day. It's Lockett season for sure. Lockett's been a stud these past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to get him in my lineup, but I just can't.
Honestly, I've like traded players away just so I could put Lockett in my lineup. I'm like trading good players and like filling in other positions just so I can get Lockett back in the lineup because I'm like he's been so consistent, just getting like 8, 9 catches a game, no problem.
I just don't know how to do that. Like who to trade. Like I could trade Michael Thomas and Hopkins or something like that, but I don't know.
We don't know what Hopkins is going to do when he gets back though. He should be great. Pick 2 to start. Full PPR, Aaron Jones, Brees, Ken Walker. It's definitely Ken Walker's season. How's Aaron Jones been doing lately?
He's been doing pretty solid.
He's doing against the Jets, too. Wow. That's a really tough question.
I feel like you have to play Aaron Jones.
But you have to play Brees, too, and I really want to play Kenneth.
Yeah, but I think I just wait and see because you don't have to start him. You don't have to put him in your lineup. So you get to wait, see what he does against the Cardinals, see if it's worth it, and then he gets to go against the Chargers the week after that, which is going to be a phenomenal matchup.
Well, and Aaron Jones has some tough matchups coming up.
Yeah, because then you can just bench Aaron Jones. Well, I don't know, Washington.
Washington has a pretty good run defense though.
You could bench Brees Hall against Denver maybe, and then play Kenneth Walker week 7. Yeah, I think he's in an opportunity.
Washington hasn't been great. Yeah.
I think he's in an opportunity where he can just rest Kenneth and see what he does and go with the guys that are getting it done for him. I mean, Aaron Jones has been average, but
for me, Brees is the must play, and I'm really stuck between Ken Walker and Aaron Jones. I can't decide between those two. It's really hard for me to sit one. If there's anybody else that you can sit, I'd probably do that. If there's a flex position, but yeah, it's tough. That's a tough choice, man.
Yeah, for the Knox and Everett one, I'm always going Everett pretty much. I feel like he's got a lot more upside. Knox has kind of just been nothing.
Well, Knox is still questionable. He hasn't been healthy at all going into this week, and I think that they said he's going to play, but no injury designation actually is what they're saying, but foot, a hamstring, not getting the looks, it's just got to be Everett. Waddle, Pittman, or Mike Williams.
Yeah, man, this reaction is just Waddle.
Hit or miss. Those are all hit or miss players, though. I think my decision's also Waddle. I got Waddle on the over this week for yardage.
Waddle has not been doing anything though because of the quarterbacks, but
Tua's not back yet, huh?
No, I don't think their backup is either, right?
I don't even remember who their backup was, to be completely real with you.
Teddy.
Was it Teddy Bridge?
Well, then Teddy got hurt, and then their third string came in.
Man.
That might change things.
You know what? I just take the risk on Mike Williams. If the quarterback situation in Miami was different, I just go there. If the quarterback situation was different in Indy, I go there. But it's Mike Williams, I think.
Kind of thinking the same. I don't like the Denver matchup, but at the same time, Keenan Allen's out, so you got to target somebody, right?
He's got 20 points the last 2 weeks too. He's been doing really well. Just ride the hot hand. Go with Mike.
Yeah, I wish it would be Waddle if they had a quarterback.
What the hell, Skylar Thompson or Bailey Zappi? Oh man, there's got to be a better option, right?
That's what we've come down to.
Skylar Thompson did so bad last week. He played the Jets and went 19 for 33 with 166 yards and an INT.
Yeah, I think I'm just playing Zap.
You have to go Zap, right?
He actually looked pretty solid last week. I think he's not going to get you that many points because they're just going to run the fuck out of the ball. But
Well, yeah, that's not his style. Or that's not like the team style. He's not like a big point scorer as like a fantasy player. He's more of like a Jimmy Garoppolo type where they just kind of dink and dunk down the field, game manage, and try to win the game. So, I mean, I go Zappy because I think that he's going to have a better chance of not going negative. That's pretty much the only thing I can come with.
Hey Felipe, we went to Jackson. We feel like off of a 1 week sample size, it's enough to kind of go Jackson over Carter. Carter did have a good week last week, but I mean he kind of came away with some touchdowns that I don't think he's going to get this week. So
I'm feeling Dion, man. I think Dion's going to have a great week. I think he's a good like DFS lineup player too this week.
London, Judy, Deontay, James Robinson.
Oh man,
A lot of players in there I don't like.
so we got Judy, Deontay, James Robinson, London. You got to start London.
Do you?
I think I'm for sure starting London. I'm for sure starting Judy, and the question is Deontay or fucking James.
I think I'm sitting London, dude. SF is a scary matchup. I want no part of that.
It's not a great matchup, but who else are they going to give the ball to?
Well, I mean, he hasn't done shit for 3 weeks.
Yeah, they've sucked. I don't know, man.
I'm not a fan of any of those options, but I think London is the safest one that I would not play.
I don't want to play Deontay Johnson, I think. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. Drake London hasn't been terrible, dude. He got a touchdown against the Seahawks. Against Cleveland, he didn't do anything. That's sure. And then against Tampa, he did all right. Like,
He started the season good and then he just fell off.
I think I don't want to overreact to Drake London's last couple weeks.
I mean, against SF, I will overreact. They're not going to get any, like... I think Bosa is going to be all over him. That's got disaster written all over it. I don't know. I'd rather take the shot at the fact that like maybe Deontay Johnson has a decent game. He's getting a fuck ton of targets still. Can he pick it?
He's going against Tampa too, and like they've been pretty solid, right?
I don't know. They got lit the fuck up by Kansas City. I'm not that scared. I'm not that scared of Tampa's passing game or passing defense. Yeah. And then Judy always has that like one play upside at least. And then James Robinson started the year good, fell off the last couple weeks. I'm not a huge fan, but he could be okay.
Wait, I changed my decision. You know what? If it's me, I'm sitting James Robinson. That's who I'm sitting.
Shit. Okay.
I'm playing Judy, London, and Deontay. That's who I'm going for. James Robinson's going against Indy, and he's really looked like trash these past couple of weeks, along with the team. The whole team's looked like trash.
I mean, if Deontay and Judy are my must starts out of those four for sure. So if I'm going to sit one, it's going to be London, but then James Robinson would be my second choice. So
Judy's my only must start in that group. After that, you could pretty much roll a 3-sided dice and figure out what you want to do.
Higgins or Gabe Davis? Oof.
Higgins or Gabe?
I think it's Gabe.
Yeah.
Against Kansas City, dude. He's gonna get some touchdowns.
Gabe has way more upside, but if you don't play T and he has one of a T day, then it's just gonna hurt.
Yeah, but
I
it's also
think the
gonna
right
hurt.
answer is Gabe, though.
It's also gonna hurt if you. I don't know. I'm still sour off of last week, dude. The 0 points killed me. I think he bounces back and has a decent week, but at the same time, Gabe is just that Kansas City game. I feel like there's going to be some points scored, and he's going to have to be one of the guys that does it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Gabe. It's just Gabe. Pick 2 to start full PPR: James Robinson, AJ Dillon, or Travis Etienne.
I think it's AJ Dillon and Etienne, but I don't know. It feels disgusting coming out of my mouth.
It is. I hate sitting James Robinson, but just after these last couple of weeks, man. I mean, AJ Dillon hasn't done anything either, if we're going to be completely real, but he's going against the Jets. They should get up early. He should be able to run the ball a little bit.
See, and that's where I see that game against the Jets is like Dillon gets a touchdown, Aaron Jones gets a touchdown, Yeah, like
They should both eat.
I feel like they should both get at least one touchdown.
Hmm. And then Etienne's your must start out of that list for sure, especially in full PPR.
Yeah, I'm not minding the Etienne share right now. It's not going too bad. I think the brighter times are ahead.
Yep, definitely. Um, and poor Jay, man. 2 quarterback league. He doesn't have Baker. You got to play Zappy. Honestly, Zappy probably will score more points than Baker would have. So
Yeah,
maybe it was a blessing in disguise.
Baker has had some shitty weeks, man.
Yeah, he's a fantasy failure. That's what he is. Start J. Rob Etienne is where I'm stuck with Olave out. Should I start Rashad White or Cobb over one of them? If I'm going to do anything, it's going to be Rashad White over James Robinson, but that's really risky, and that maybe even bringing James Robinson's value down too far.
Yeah, I'm good with just starting Robinson and Etienne and seeing what happens. Like, obviously, after the games this week, you can look at Cobb and be like, oh, I should have started Cobb. He did way better than Robinson. But at the same time, like, I don't know, can you really justify putting Cobb in there over Robinson?
In full PPR, they've been using Rashad White pretty well.
Oh, they have.
And I'm hoping that they keep doing that. They keep like getting him involved and attacking. But oh man,
That's just kind of scary, man. I feel like at least if you go with James Robinson and Etienne, no matter who fucking scores the touchdowns or does good, you're gonna have the points, you know.
Yeah, and that's no big deal. It sucks to have Olave out. That's a big hit to the squad. I'm not playing Cobb personally over either of those guys. Need a flex, Dion Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, James Robinson. Is it stupid to go Dion Jackson here?
Thanks, Big Cheese, for coming in, bro. Appreciate it.
What do you think, Kyle? Is it dumb to go Dion Jackson in that question?
That's not dumb.
That's where my brain is at right now. That's where I'm.
So I think that Dion Jackson probably scores the most out of those guys, but if it's my roster and I have those guys on my team, I would probably start J.K. Dobbins. Like, I wouldn't have the balls to not start J.K. Dobbins. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels so weird.
I think I would. I think I actually would. I'm J.K. Dobbins has let me down 2 out of the 3 weeks that I've seen him play. He's going against the Giants. I'm not sure. They should get up on the Giants, but most teams should have, and the Giants still hang in there every single time. So I don't think the run game is going to be that heavy.
The Giants are tough.
I mean, the run game's always heavy, I guess, with Baltimore, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I think I'm just leaning.
I think Deion Jackson's probably the play, but
I think I'm leaning Dion.
it's just if it was my team, I just would feel like I would have a hard time pulling the trigger.
Man, so many great questions today. You guys are coming in with the heat. Really appreciate it.
6-0, yeah, man. I mean, gonna open up a can of whoop ass tonight. It's gonna be great.
I think I'm 5-0 in only one league.
Oh, I think we're talking about Philly. That's what we're talking about.
I was talking about Philly. I thought we were talking about fantasy.
Nah.
No, Philly should be 6-0, but you never know. Cooper Rush is a god, so
Yeah.
Cooper Rush is going to carry my Cowboys to victory. I'm just kidding.
I think this is a good test for both teams, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to go against a weak defense. You're going to go against a strong offensive line. So how good is your pass rush actually going to be? Because I guess the Bengals and the Commanders, all those teams that they played against, it's just, you know, anybody can mess up those lines. We had 9 sacks against the Commanders, like,
Bunch, yeah.
so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the game. Hopefully it's a good game. I don't want to see like some just like low scoring weak stuff. Like I just want to watch some good football, man.
I don't think it'll be high scoring, but I don't think it'll be low. Like I could see somewhere in the teens or maybe
Like
the 20s.
44
Like it could be like a 25, 21, 24, 21, something like that.
Yeah, 24-17, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, I don't see over 30 points, to be honest, unless we just fucking pop the hell off.
That's possible, but Jalen Hurts would have to really take command this week.
He would have to show up and be like MVP.
Yeah,
Like he would have to play so good that like he would be the MVP after this week.
Yeah, no, dude, I would be excited to see it because I got him in every league. So
I'll take it.
all right, so what do we got here? We got Henderson, Singletary, or J-Rob.
These questions just get nastier and nastier as we go on.
That's not a playoff winning question. I'm
It's
just
not a
kidding.
playoff winning question.
It's not a
Henderson's getting the
playoff
full role this week, though, right? Maybe it's just Henderson.
I think fantasy pros would tell you to play Henderson. It's nerve-wracking, but you know.
I mean, how valuable is the full role in the Rams offense, I guess?
Exactly. That's the full running back role is what he's getting. I think that may be better than Singletary or J-Rob. For me, it's Henderson, J-Rob, Singletary in that order. But we'll see what happens.
Against Carolina, though, too. I think yeah, you just go Henderson, bro. This is the week.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Ayuk, Garrett Wilson, or Alec Pierce. Honestly, I think Alec Pierce is the play.
I think he is too.
I picked him up. I've been starting him in our 18-man league. He's been doing great for me. Like, this guy is on the up and up, man.
He's the only guy that Matt Ryan's hitting.
Like, and he's been consistent. Like,
and I love watching him play, man. His route running is so nice. As long as he gets hit in stride, this dude is a stud. Like, I love to see like some of these later wide receivers like come up and start making plays.
yeah.
Garrett Wilson, I love. Like, I really freaking love Garrett Wilson long term, but I think he's going to be one of those guys that's just hit or miss until they get like a good system in place. And Ayuk, you know, I've always hated Ayuk, but
yeah.
hated Ayuk since I was born. Since y'all were in diapers. Pitts or Ingram?
I mean, I just go Pitts. I don't like Ingram at all. I don't like Pitts at all, but Pitts at least has some upside.
Ingram has upside, man.
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe this week it might be the play to go Ingram because that SF game is going to be. I just feel like they're going to get destroyed.
Everybody's saying that, like, they're like, oh, Atlanta's hitting Pitts this week. It's Pitts, you know, Pitts is going to be, he's going to kill it. But think about how many times this season we've heard that exact same messaging. So many times. So many times.
Yeah, I think Ingram's the play actually against Indy.
Yeah, Ingram's been fine all year. I've been playing Ingram in a couple of weeks because I drafted him with high hopes, but he's been, you know, he's done about what I expected, if not a little bit less.
It's like, honestly, I hate Ayuk too. It's not even that I hate Ayuk. I just hate Ayuk on that team, man. Like, you don't want.
They don't use him right.
Yeah. Like, if he's on if you put Ayuk on the Packers, dude, I'm all about it. It's funny, though.
Dang, these questions are flying in today.
15 viewers.
Go Birds, also PPR pick 2. Duvernay, Dion Jackson, DJ Moore, London.
Go Birds all day, baby.
To go Duvernay, Dion, bro?
I don't think I would do Duvernay. I would just go DJ Moore.
Duvernay's a stud, dude. I'm starting him in one of my leagues. I got him, Alan Lazard going. I don't know.
I don't know. I would go Dion Moore. That's just me, though.
I mean, definitely. Oh, is it pick 2, though, right?
Yeah.
So who are you picking as your second? Oh, Dion Moore? Got you.
Yeah. I'm staying away from all Atlanta Falcons today. We're not touching that. That stuff is too good.
Duvernay's going against the Giants, dude.
Yeah, the Giants have been pretty good.
I think you're picking DJ Moore.
Picking them more, man.
How are you going to do this to me?
With PJ Walker.
You're crazy, bro. You're crazy.
PJ Walker's elite, dude. Just wait.
You're crazy. I like PJ Walker, but he's not elite. I've seen him play. He's not elite. I thought he was. I thought he was going to be.
No, they have something to prove this week. I think the real question is Thielen.
And it's PPR, dude. Duvernay's going to get his catches.
Thielen
I don't know. I'm going Duvernay, Dion Jackson. That's just me, Brad. Go for the aggressive route. Pick those players that nobody else is thinking about, and then when you win, point it out to your opponent. Say, hey, man, I just beat you with Duvernay and Dion Jackson. And he's going to be like, oh, man. Yeah, it's going to be demoralizing for your opponent. That's all I got to say.
Okay. All right, next one, Adam Thielen, Mckenzie. I think I just go Adam Thielen. I think I trust that more, and it's standard, so you're hoping for the touchdown.
You're hoping for the touchdown, yeah.
Adam Thielen in the past has been a good touchdown guy. He's had better seasons, but we're gonna run with it.
I've liked Thielen this year, too.
Godwin.
Nesh's hard.
I like Godwin, dude. Godwin just lit it up for me all last year. He was like, him getting hurt was the reason I didn't win the playoffs. Like, I lost in the playoffs. Like, I think coming back wholly healthy, finally having like a game that he can get into, I think this is the week.
He's done well the last 2 weeks too. He's been,
he's been average.
A good wide receiver 2. An average wide receiver 2 is what he's been. Yeah. And I'm assuming this is going to be your wide receiver 2 or 3, so I think it's a good play. Just go Godwin. Full PPR pick 2, CeeDee Lamb, Kenneth Walker, Melvin Gordon. Has Melvin done anything?
I think it's Kenneth and Lamb.
I think so too. Melvin's questionable. Even with the full workload last week, he didn't do that much. He only had like 13 points in full PPR.
He does go against the Chargers. Chargers could be a really good matchup for him.
Yeah, Kenneth.
It's the question. If he was healthy, I think maybe. How questionable is he?
You can't sit CeeDee, right?
He's neck and ribs, dude. You don't. Yeah, no, you can't sit CeeDee in that. Those running back now. You just go Kenneth Walker and CeeDee.
Even against Philly.
I mean,
even against Philly.
Nah, you don't sit him.
Big play Slay though.
Marquise Brown still did his thing.
For me, Kenneth Walker's your actual guarantee. If you're going to pick between two, then it's going to be CeeDee or Melvin. But I'm probably just, I mean, it's hard to sit CeeDee. You really can't, as Kyle has mentioned. But I wouldn't judge you if you did. Just, I'll turn a blind eye for you. I won't say anything.
Okay, this next one is tough, man, because I think I want to go with Kenneth Walker and Benjamin for sure. But then Kirk or Mike Williams. Are we sticking with Mike Williams or are we going Kirk?
Oh, wow. I think they're both going to have good days, man.
I think we go Mike Williams.
I think Mike has more upside.
Yeah.
I think Christian Kirk has like a really solid floor. Like I think there's no way Christian Kirk goes below 13 today. But Mike Williams, I think he has like 20, 25 upside.
It might be a good idea that honestly you could even bench Ken Walker and go with Kirk, Williams, and Benjamin.
It's probably safer, but I think that Ken Walker has a bigger chance of getting a touchdown.
Yeah.
Than those two guys. I don't know if Mike Williams or Christian Kirk find the end zone today, but I think they definitely get enough catches that it makes up for it a little bit.
Williams, Ken Walker,
he should get like 80 yards, 70 yards, whatever, and possibly a touchdown. So it's kind of just, it's a horse apiece.
Yeah, I love Benjamin in Seattle. That's a for sure one there.
Yeah, I think I go Ken Walker, Benjamin, and Mike Williams. JT is out. Dion Jackson, best replacement. Yeah, by far, he's an absolute stud.
Yeah, it'll be a good replacement. It also depends on who else you have available, but it shouldn't be too big an issue.
Alec Pierce better than Pittman? Possibly. We'll see what happens, man.
Higgins or Pierce?
Higgins or Pierce? Dude, I just scrolled down and all of a sudden it just killed everything. Higgins or Pierce? I want to play Higgins for the upside, but Pierce, I think, actually has a better day.
Are we talking about Damian Pierce or are we talking about Alec Pierce?
That's a great question. In my head, I was thinking Alec.
I see, because I initially thought Damian at first. If it's Higgins or Alec, I'm going Higgins all day. If it's Damian, what are you doing against the Raiders? Or no, wait, he's on a bye week. I'm tripping. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. so then it's just Higgins.
I didn't even think about that. That's funny. I just was thinking receiver is what I was going with.
Yeah, no, that made sense. That's what I was thinking, but I had to double check.
Mckenzie or Hunt?
See, I'm not a huge fan of starting Mckenzie because you never know what you're going to get. Like, he should be fine. There's a good chance he has a touchdown in, like, a fucking breakout game, but at the same time,
If it's full PPR, I'm playing Mckenzie myself.
I think I go Hunt.
Because even Mckenzie's floor isn't bad. It's actually not terrible. He's going to get the catches if it's PPR.
No, I think you're right, Mckenzie. I just
don't.
I don't like
standard or maybe even 0.5. I think I might go Hunt.
I think for me, it's the matchup. I'm not a fan of New England. I'd rather not play Hunt against New England. If it was a different team, then I would think I would.
Oh yeah.
I'd go Hunt.
I didn't think about that matchup. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that one scares me.
Wan'Dale Slayton, dude. That was the question I asked Kyle this morning. I was like really like I don't have Wandale, but I was thinking with Wandale coming back, does that really hurt Slayton's value, or does it increase his value? Does it stay the same? Like, where do these guys rank in the wide receiver depth chart?
I think you just got to go with Slayton
I
because
go
he's
with
been
Slayton
playing.
this week. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Wandale can come in and just re-injure himself or be on limited snap count for all we know.
Yeah, I agree. Wandale, I think next week though, like and like moving forward, I think he's going to end up being a play.
Yeah.
But who knows? MVS or Duvernay?
I go MVS on this one. I think they're going to have to score some points. He's going to be the guy that doesn't.
Oh man, I hate MVS, but he did well last week. MVS has not scored a touchdown yet this year.
So he's due.
So he's due.
Devontae Smith and T. Higgins. It's going to be T. Higgins. Like, I just can't sit T for these guys.
For me, I'm going Duvernay over MVS.
Yeah, I know you are. You like Duvernay.
I like Duvernay a lot. I'm playing Duvernay this week. I feel like they're going to probably be in the same range though. They're like I don't think one's going to outscore the other by a lot. And then I go T. Higgins over Devontae Smith.
Honestly, if you're already starting Lenny and Mike Evans, you might as well just start Sutton and call it good.
Lenny and Mike Evans, Sutton, or Godwin? Is that the question?
Yeah.
I just go Sutton.
Honestly, Godwin and Sutton are so neck and neck, it doesn't really matter. It's just start whoever you want, you corner flip it. Earlier, like we said Godwin, but at the same time, like Sutton's just as good. Sutton provides the same amount of points. There's really no difference. And you might as well diversify that portfolio a little bit.
Yeah, because if Tampa gets shut out, dude, oh my god. But also, it sucks if, like, let's say Mike Evans has a bad day, and then all of a sudden Godwin is, like, the actual beast on the team today, and then you didn't play him because of some, like, timeshare thing. Like,
I
don't know. That's what scares me, is, like, what if the other players that I'm starting do not do well, and then now I didn't play the best option available because I didn't want to have too many players on the same team.
I mean, for a while there, I think Godwin... For a while there, I think Godwin is the guy over Mike Evans, but not this year so far.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. There's a lot of time left. One wide receiver, one flex. Breece Hall, 100%. I'm playing in the flex, and then at wide receiver,
Sutton.
Yeah, it's either Mike Williams or Sutton, so I'm probably just going Sutton.
Sutton just feels safer.
Play.
Yeah.
I'm not playing Pittman. I'm not playing Drake. I would avoid those guys at all costs this week if you have to make your decision.
Miles Sanders is going to be the guy I play here. I mean, he's been getting the workload. Got top 5 yards in the league right now.
Yeah, Miles has been really solid this year. I'm starting him against Dallas.
Hey, he's just going to get more opportunity than Mckenzie.
Dallas has a great pass defense, but the run defense doesn't seem that great, honestly. It seems okay. Like you're not going to break a big play against Dallas's defense because they got Van Der Esch and they got some guys that can really catch up to the ball. Mm-hmm. But you're definitely going to be chunking out 10-yard carries.
It was great that we saw Taysom Hill break out last week, I guess, but I'm still going Ertz. Ertz has been consistent, reliable all season. He's got a good matchup against Seattle. We're going Ertz.
Did you see in Yahoo they switched Taysom to quarterback and tight end designation?
I think he's had that, hasn't he?
They took him off this year, and they're like, all right, we're not going to do this again, and then all of a sudden they did it again.
So that's funny. Pickens, Singletary, Walker. Do you agree with me on the Ertz thing?
Yeah, I go Ertz. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just to the safe play.
Pickens, Singletary, Walker.
It's just Walker.
Yeah, Pickens is enticing though.
Pickens going to do shit.
I'm going to go Walker, but Pickens, he's coming up.
Do you think that Pickens is going to be the play with now that Pickett's back or Pickett's in?
Long term, he could be.
I think long term, like I love him in a dynasty league, but I'm not starting him yet. I'm not confident at all in what he can do.
I mean, I'm just not a huge fan this week, but going forward, maybe.
He did well against Buffalo.
Yeah.
But I want to see a touchdown out of the man. Really, like that's what's holding me back from playing him. I just want to see a touchdown one time. But yeah, I go Walker. Walker should at least get 14 points. So
I'm gonna go with Kyler on this next one.
Kyler or Lamar? You're going Kyler?
It feels weird, but yeah. Kyler against Seattle. Seattle is going to be the matchup he's going to go off against, I think. And then Lamar, He's been average the last couple weeks, and then he's got the matchup against the Giants. The Giants' defense has been solid. I don't want to underrate them or overlook them too much, so I'm going to go with
They've been
Kyler.
solid. I compare them a lot to like the Jets, and I feel like he's going to have a performance similar to that matchup, like where he got like 21 points, like three touchdowns, 1 INT, 200 yards, and some rushing. Like I think that he should get about two to three touchdowns this week.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel safer with Kyler, dude. That matchup against Seattle is going to be pretty nice.
Kyler's just been really mediocre.
Mediocre.
Yeah.
He's been solid.
He was top 10 3 times, and
I mean, he really only had one terrible week, and it was against the Rams.
22.
17 against Philly wasn't that great, but at the same time, it's not terrible. It's doable.
It's just, if you compare it to what Lamar's been doing this year, Lamar's been having a fantastic season. It's hard for me to sit Lamar any week, and especially against the Giants, even though the Giants are, like you said, underrated.
I mean, Lamar had like 2 games where he got 40 points, which is incredible. But outside of that, 21, which is solid.
Outside of that, he's been
15,
having weeks
15.
very similar to Kyler. His low weeks are Kyler's weeks. QB1, QB8, 15, 19. And his 19 week was against Buffalo, one of the toughest pass defenses in the league.
I mean, I don't hate Lamar. I'd definitely be happy with Lamar as my quarterback. I'm just saying that matchups this week, I'm going to lean Murray.
I feel you. All right. Okay.
This is tough, dude. How do you pick between 3 of these guys? Dobbins is a clear bench, in my opinion, but Jeff Wilson's been good.
Stevenson, Brees Hall, Jeff Wilson, Dobbins. I'm going Stevenson, Brees. Stevenson and Brees are absolute studs this week. I'm not playing Jeff. I'm not playing JK. Jeff may be great, but I'm going Brees and Stevenson. Green Bay or New England? I think Green Bay gets eaten alive by the Jets. Is that stupid?
I don't think they... I don't know, eating alive, but I picked the Jets to win. I pick them as a risky upset.
Yeah,
It's
I've
just
been
it's
playing
Stevenson.
all my Jets receivers and stuff for most of my leagues because I don't have faith in Green Bay's defense.
Dude,
But I guess
this guy's got to have a flex spot for Jeff Wilson, though. It's Stevenson, Brees, but Jeff Wilson is going to be good this week, too, man.
he should be.
I feel like you have to find a way to play him in your flex. I've been flexing him every single week.
If you can find him, Jim, go for it. If you can find a way.
Find the way, man. Bench Higgins,
I don't know, man. I think you should just answer the Green Bay or New England question because I really can't. This is a tough one for me.
I mean,
Terrible live engage with your viewers, guys.
I think I just go in New England. Just based off of the fact that I believe in their defense more.
We're answering questions in the order that they come in, and he's like, terrible live engage. I'm like, all right, don't let the door hit you on the way out, motherfucker. God. Comes in at 9:58 and complains.
I'm gonna go Philly D on that next one. I go Pickens over Mckenzie. Hollywood over Godwin or Goodwin. Godwin.
Hollywood over Goodwin. Christian Kirk over Lamb for me.
Yeah. I honestly go Pickett. I think he's done solid against shitty teams. He came in halfway through a game and then put up like 13 points or 15 or something like that, and then honestly he didn't do that bad against the Bills. He had 300 yards. He gets a touchdown or 2. Not bad.
My Pickett?
Yeah.
I'm in on that.
Higbee or
Wilson's
Kittle.
trash.
Honestly, if you have them both, I guess you should go Higbee because Kittle hasn't been doing shit.
Did Kittle do anything last week?
Nope.
Or no?
Got like 5
Nope.
points.
All right, then I'm good off Kittle.
There's no point going Kittle and Higbee's any good.
I knew Kittle didn't do well because the team I have him on scored 50 points last week. So
I mean, T should be fine, but at the same time, it's tough. If you have better options, you can go with it. Like I'm starting better guys ahead of him, but I'm also not benching him for shitters.
Henderson or MG3?
Probably Henderson this game.
Yeah.
I like the matchup.
Well, Henderson.
Mostert or Sanders.
Mostert or Sanders.
I think I go with Mostert. Mostert's been good. It's close.
Mostert has been good, but
but he might not even be here anymore because we have terrible live engagement.
PPR, Flex, Hunter, to Parker. Hey, we got a lot of viewers today. I'm not tripping. You gotta answer the questions as they come in.
Yeah, we can speed it up at times, but it's tough.
I want to give people the best possible answer. I don't want to just give them like some cookie cutter. Yep, that's the guy. This is the guy. This is the guy. Like, I want to tell you why. Like,
yeah, I want them to have reason. Slayton or the other guy. Shit, dude.
Did you say Hunter or Devontae?
I didn't. I think it's Hunt. I think he just, even though the matchup's not great, Hunt's gonna. I don't know. I can't rely on Devontae.
Yeah, I don't like that situation. I gotta go Hunt. Slayton over Alameda, I think, but I'm playing Alameda in one league.
Yeah, probably Slayton.
Mostert or Sanders? Oh, he's probably gone because we have terrible live engagement. So we don't have to answer that one. Evan Ingram or Kyle?
That one earlier we said Evan Ingram, but it's tough. I stay away from Falcons this week. But honestly, we might be too late on that question since it's game time.
This is game time, yeah. But we did our best. We got almost everything answered except for one question. And, fuck you, Matt Shelley. I think Ingram's the play, dude. Ingram's definitely the play. Kyle Pitts, he's just been struggling, man. They're saying they want to get him more involved, but it's just, I don't see it happening. They've tried it like 50 times where they say that exact like sentence. Let's play Kyle Pitts today. Let's get Kyle Pitts involved. We play Kyle Pitts in our lineups, and then we get disappointed again. Ingram's had a great year for what we expected.
I mean, I don't know. I think Ingram hasn't been that great, but at the same time, like,
as far as tight ends go, though, like what are we looking at? You know?
No. I feel you, but Pitts has. I mean, he's not better than Pitts, but I think most weeks I'm playing Pitts just based off of the fact that he's got some upside that he's supposed to have, and this week is the one exception because Ingram's got a better matchup. Pitts is going against SF. I want nothing to do with the Falcons against the SF. I just can't, like, they're just going to get destroyed. I think Bosa's going to be in the backfield destroying Marcus Mariota. I think it's just going to be an embarrassment of the game. So, maybe I think too highly of SF. I don't know. I think that the championship game could be Philly against SF, so I guess that shows you where my head's at.
Ingram is tight end 19 on the year, so I guess he hasn't been doing, like, amazing. But, hey, you got to do what you got to do.
He had like 8 points last time he played the Colts, though, so it's not a bad matchup.
He's done better than
Pitts.
I mean, how many points Pitts have on the year? 17. Fucking position 27 at tight end for a guy who is supposed to be the number one tight end in the league, like aside from maybe Travis Kelce
and Andrews, but yeah,
and Mark Andrews. You know what I'm saying? But like dynasty tight end, he was number one, and all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh shit, we messed up."
Yeah, dynasty, that's fucked, man.
It's insane.
Yeah, at this point, I'd rather just have Godwin or Goddard.
Terrible live engagement. God, people like that, I just want to punch in the face. Oh man.
I mean, the thing is,
he comes in at 9:58 and goes.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like you can kind of clearly see that we're answering every question that's being asked. So
every single question, knocking it out of the park, just.
But
Here's what it, yeah, 9:58. That's funny. All right. Anyway, everybody, good luck this week. Anybody that's left, enjoy your season. We'll see you next week.
I'm over here looking up stats on my phone because I don't have two screens since I'm using a laptop. Since I'm in Philly, so
he's in Philly in a hotel getting his game on. I'm proud of the man. Enjoy that Cowboys Eagles game, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Hopefully.
I'm surprised we had the connection, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, my hotspot is legit. You can never go wrong with my hotspot.
It's better than, honestly, I think.
It's probably better than hotel internet. That's why I didn't even try it. I'm gonna try the hotspot. If we fail, then I'm gonna figure out what the password is for Marriott and go from there. But yeah, we're cooking.
All right. Well, I got to take off. Taj, good luck this week, man.
Yeah, good luck,
Look
everyone.
forward to seeing some more questions in the Discord. I always read them and then Kyle answers and I go, all right, I agree with that answer.
There you go. I'm a beast.